Oak Nuggins, my sweet absolute lizards. It's Knee Jerks number 2. And also, that intro right there will make a lot more sense if you listen to our upcoming episode where we review some things.
Oak Nuggins.
Oak Nuggins. Okay, so today we're talking about 2 singles that dropped today. Today being Friday the something. Thursday, April 27th. Exactly. So we'll be talking about 68's new single, The Workers Are Few, dropped today, and Imagine Dragons' new single, Thunder.
One of them is good, one of them is not good.
So 68 dropped this album, In Humor and Sadness, in 2014, astonishingly. I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like long ago.
And it was kind of the first hardcore, kind of almost screamo album that I really connected with. Lots of evocative lyrics and creative instrumentation and just wild, frenetic energy that really translated, I think, from stage to album really nicely. And so, understandably, you and I both, I think, though me more so maybe, were kind of trepidatious.
It's only been more in the last year that I've connected with it more.
Okay.
But, sorry, I thought you were going to say connected with the album.
I was like, that's not pertinent.
We've both been very much anticipating their new album.
Yeah, but also worried because it's a 2-piece band. How do you get... And it's a 2-piece hardcore band. How do you try and make it more hardcore? Or do you... But this song, The Workers Are Few, is more chordal and more melody driven.
Yeah.
Josh Scoggins' vocals are buried way... Oh, man, I keep burping. Josh Scoggins' vocals are buried way deep down in the mix. And from any other band that would bother me tremendously, probably. But with them, they just seem to be able to pull it off. The song's textured, gritty, and rough, and just heavy and thick and powerful, muscular, and aggressive, I guess you could say.
So how did you think it compared to This Life Is Old,
New Borrowed Blue or something?
Yeah.
It's more different. It's more different. It's different, and it's more of a departure than their first single was from their debut album. It's more of a departure, and for that it makes me more excited because of how well they make it work.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost got a... I don't want to say Foo Fighters, but it kind of has a Foo Fighters vibe to it.
If the Foo Fighters were good.
If the Foo Fighters had rabies,
yeah,
and really sung it like they meant it. Sorry, Dave. But I think I liked it more. I think I like the song more.
I would say the opposite. I still really liked this song. I thought it was an interesting track, and I am very happy to see more of a departure because 68, I've connected with them a little bit more in the last year or so, but I still find it's no fault of their own. But their genre is a bit of a barrier to entry because typically I'm just not like a hardcore fan, and by which I mean like hardcore music. Not,
yeah.
But I have found both of these to be more accessible, and maybe it's just my taste changing. But I found both of them to really be very exciting. I connected with This Life Is Old, New Borrowed Blue a little bit more. Maybe just because it's a little bit more of a surface level, like conventional thing.
Well, it's not as hardcore or as grungy
True.
as a lot of their first offerings were, and it's a little more. This is the thing with the debut album is you've got the hot iron, of a new idea, a new project. The band members are excited and passionate about it, but you don't have the refinement. And you hope and pray that for a sophomore album, a follow-up, that they introduce a bit of that refinement and tightness to the project while they maintain that kind of passion level. And that, I feel, is what they've done. These 2 songs feel more focused to me. Just in terms of... They're more focused, but they're still more complex. They're branching out in a beautiful... very satisfying way that
I'm so excited.
You want a band to, and if these 2 tracks are any indicator, the album 2 Parts Viper, which I pre-ordered today, is gonna just be absolutely awesome, and it's gonna rock.
So speaking of absolutely awesome,
Imagine Dragons, which was a band who released a good album a while ago with that song on it, with the
and the whoa,
They released a new song today called Thunder.
And
it's terrible.
This on heels of their last single, Believer.
It's terrible.
Please don't. Believer.
Does it matter?
Yeah. A little bit. Not much.
Does it?
No. What? If any song could make me a nihilist, it's this one.
Definitely.
Believer was their other single that will be on this album, and we thought it was mediocre, but like not terrible.
I thought it was pretty soulless and putrid.
But this song has basically no redeeming features. It has no redeeming features. It is terrible. It's got that awful pitched vocal thing that every artist seems to be doing now, where it's like, hey, we say a word and then we pitch it up and then we say it again, again, and you're like, maybe
oh,
on this podcast we should start just taking helium partway through, and then just redo our reviews.
Pitching up a vocal and looping it is an excellent thing to jump off bridges to. Yeah. Oh my neck.
But the album, I haven't become so violently angry from listening to music in quite some time.
Yeah, it's absolute tripe pop, all surface bubblegum trash, not even really catchy.
And we both enjoyed
Night Visions.
Night
Visions was a cool, moody album.
I didn't think it was incredible, but it was good. Like, we're not...
It was a promising start.
I don't want them to be bad. I think their last album was pretty decent at worst. But this single is just utter disappointment.
Absolute trash. Flaming trash. Don't even go listen to it.
I don't even really feel the
Don't give them any money or attention.
We
shouldn't even be recording this.
They make millions of dollars off this recording.
They have already.
I just honestly don't really even feel the need to go more in depth, because why is it bad?
There's no
in all the ways.
Nope, it sucks.
In all the ways.
See you, everybody.
Knee jerks.
Oh, you foolish fools.
You lucky lizards.
You thought it was over. Well, it's not. There was something we forgot about.
Oknuggins once more, our sweet absolute lizards.
It's the morning, everybody. The morning that this is going to go up on. And we forgot about Kendrick Lamar's song DNA. And we haven't talked about it, and it's been out for 10 days. And I know you've all been like, should I like this? Should I hate this? I don't know. How am I supposed to... Where's my compass?
We'll tell you how to feel.
Yep. Jason, what did you think?
It was easily my favorite single out of the three, surprisingly. So what we did, Grant had heard it before. I hadn't heard it before like 20 minutes ago.
Throw up the blinds.
We watched the music video together, focused on that, and then we listened to the song immediately afterwards, and I studied the lyrics. I kind of did some Googling about contexts and stuff like that. I think the song's very smartly written, both just from like a flow sense and from a deeper meaning sort of sense, and I'm really interested to see how the song opens up as I listen to it more and as time goes by. It's a very interesting proclamation that he makes, and I'm not entirely sure what he meant by it, because you can interpret it in several ways, almost in opposition, because he talks about how like sex, drugs, and money are in his DNA, but at the same time he seems to talk about how he is like reborn, like a Christianity sort of thing. Like he says, I was born like this, since one like this, immaculate conception, I transform like this, perform like this, was Yeshua's new weapon, which I found very interesting. I thought the instrumentation...
His pronunciation of Yeshua.
I mean, he made it fit.
Yeshua.
But I think, jumping around a little bit, the instrumentation was very smartly done. They break up the beat nicely a couple of times. The music video itself was very well shot. Nice transition, cut, flow. It starts off with him being like almost interrogated by Don Cheadle, and then it kind of ends up with him like walking the streets with his hood rat friends, I guess. It really has made me excited for the new album, and far more, like, I was always excited for it, but now I just find I'm a lot more interested, really. What did you think?
The first thing that really struck me, it's interesting you didn't mention this at all, is I think that out of all the music videos that he has put out, at least the ones that I've seen, this is by far the one where I feel like the cinematography of the video itself is most closely married to the song itself and works the best with the song.
Humble was like that too, though, I think.
Humble was really good. It obviously is a gorgeous music video, but I just feel like this is so close a mirroring to the song and the themes that it's almost inseparable. They're just welded together in a really amazing way. The black and white sequence of Kendrick just basically rapping,
like the close-ups.
It's all shot. It's all framed just a little too close, so that he's kind of jumping, in and out of the camera. I thought that was like visceral and chill-inducing. This song is definitely my favorite as well of the singles that he's released, and it's the most, I think, Kendrick Lamar-ish of all of them, really.
And what did you think about the like kung fu martial arts subtext?
There's
like,
something.
He's in his kung fu uniform, and like they show
there's something
like Chinese symbols up on the screen a few times.
Something here about that, but it just like went away.
Please help me. What's the term? I said Chinese symbols, but that's really not.
Chex Mix.
No. Is that kanji? Is
in
that
the same video,
No, that's
Kendrick
Japanese.
appears dressed in a traditional kung fu uniform in an interview, and then it just goes away. Like,
we're on genius.com.
Which is decent. Don Cheadle said that he was the inspiration for this new character who is called Kung Fu Kenny. That Kendrick Lamar is kind of playing with as he steps out with this album, I believe. DNA. Well,
this is a great.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Don Cheadle confirmed he's the inspiration for Kung Fu Kenny. Cheadle portrayed a Chinese-speaking martial artist named Kung Fu Kenny in Rush Hour 2.
There he is.
There he is. There's Kendrick. So I don't know what to say about the whole Kung Fu thing. It could just be a stylistic choice as much as anything.
I find it interesting that even as his lyrics are still very profane, and some would say they're very racially slurred, though I'm not sure that I would really agree with that since he is African American himself.
Yeah.
I find it very interesting how he seems to be opening up far more about being a Christian, and I'm interested to see how his album explores that, because it seems like the last thing you would expect him to be as like this hardcore rapper, but at the same time, I mean, he seems like he's making some pretty good points so far.
He's this album, and I've heard the album, I've heard Damn, is way more personal than any of his other stuff at least since Good Kid, Mad City. But even Good Kid, Mad City was a lot of storytelling and a lot of acting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is much more an abstract, spiritual examination, self-examination, reflection, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm excited for the new journey that it will take us on, because I felt like Good Kid, Mad City was sort of a tale, as simple as that sounds.
Yeah.
But then To Pimp a Butterfly was almost like a retrospective of that, or a lot of it was, until the end, And so I feel like those two albums formed a complete narrative together. But I think that this is kind of the start of a new story.
I think that Good Kid, Mad City was a story of a good kid in a mad city, and I think that To Pimp a Butterfly was more of a sweeping examination of black history and culture in North America.
Perhaps.
That's what I feel. And so I think the two are separate, but thematically they're more joined, whereas this is less about being black and more about being a successful American in 2017.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see where it goes from here, and I hope our CD gets here soon, because
better.
I want to. I would love to be able to listen to like the FLAC files of this album.
Yes.
But anyways, is that it?
I think so. Now I gotta edit this and put it up.
Well, this has been Knee Jerks episode 2, addendum, postscript.
Yeah. P.S. We love you.